What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be comparing Topstep with MyFundedFutures. In the last video I have compared Topstep with Tradify, and honestly, looking over MyFundedFutures again, I thought Tradify was a pretty close second after Topstep, but I think MyFundedFutures is really up there, and if not in #1 spot over Topstep, because MyFundedFutures has a very big variety as well, and the accounts are very good, I would say. And I think you guys should definitely take a look at MyFundedFutures if you are looking for an account to get with a prop firm. I honestly think you should watch this video till the end and then make a final decision of what accounts you want to add to your arsenal. So without further ado, let's dive right into MyFundedFutures and see what accounts they offer. MyFundedFutures honestly is bigger than I thought. After looking over social media and the Trustpilot, I thought MyFundedFutures was a little bit smaller, but I think it's pretty big. I think even as big as Topstep, I would say. And they do have 100,000 plus traders. I don't know if it's true or not. Some people inflate numbers, but I think that they're definitely up there with Topstep. So let's see what they offer. Definitely a nice touch with their certificates. People love their certificates. And also, I think that's for a payout. And I'm pretty sure you also get one for passing an evaluation. Why 100,000 plus? Choose MyFundedFutures. Get paid reliably. Get funded in as little as 2 days. Grow your earnings as you improve. Trade your strategy, not hours. Easy way to become a funded trader. Simple evaluation. Let's dive into the accounts and see what they offer. So 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, and 150,000. Pretty similar to Topstep, except for the 25,000 one. And I just saw on Twitter, Michael Patak, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, the CEO of Topstep, he did mention that they're going to be rolling out with the 25K account soon, probably within this summer. I just literally, today's what? May 1st. I just saw it like 30 minutes ago on Twitter. And they do offer 4 different plans, which is the Rapid Plan, Builder, Pro, and Flex. So in the previous video, I said that I do get lost when there's a lot of different variations because Tradify looked a little bit more complicated. For some reason, for me, when I'm looking at MyFundedFutures with these 4 plans, it's super simple to read. And honestly, I don't get as lost as I was getting with Tradify. I don't know. For some people, maybe it's the opposite, or maybe it's easy to see both, but for me this is just a cleaner look and easier to make a decision. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick one size plan and I'm going to compare them all because they are all the same plans, it's just different sizes. For example, like 50K, your profit target is going to be 3,000 and it's going to be the exact same rules. It's just the profit target is going to be 6,000. Matter of fact, when you switch to 100K, they do not have as many plans as they do for 50K and for 25K. So they only offer for 25K Rapid Plan, Flex Plan, 50K they have a variety of 400K Rapid and Pro Plan, 150K Rapid and Pro Plan as well. Okay, that makes sense. And the Builder Plan is new. I just saw that getting released. So let's dive into the Rapid Plan, see what's all about. $107 a month. Very important to mention that MyFundedFutures does not charge activation fees. This is a very important one. Payout frequency, you can get payouts on daily basis for $107 a month. That is really good. Profit target is 3,000 with a max position of 5 contracts. Daily loss limit none. That is pretty big as well. And the max drawdown is 2,000. So pretty similar to Topstep, but Topstep only has 3 accounts that we'll talk about in a bit. Activation fee none, and the eval drawdown mode is at the end of the day, which is also really good. But the reset fee is $50 more expensive, so it's $107 a month. But the reset fee is $157, which kind of sucks. Scaling rule, not applicable. Micro scaling, yes. Micro scaling and funded, yes. Eval consistency rule, yes. So get paid in as little 2 days. I'm pretty sure all the evaluations here, except for one, you can pass in 2 days. So it's 50% consistency rule. Let me just double check. Funded consistency rule. No funded consistency rules. So once you get funded, there is no consistency rules. I don't know if it's on here or I'm just not seeing it, but it'll show us on the next page that we go to. But the Builder Plan, hold on. Actually, before we dive into the Builder Plan, Rapid Plan, guys, super important. Daily payouts. This is really nice for $107 for a Rapid Plan, but I think there is a buffer requirement. Again, it will show us on the next page. Builder Plan, $75 a month. That is pretty good. 50K payout frequency every 48 hours with a profit target of 3,000. Max position 4 contracts. Daily loss limit 1,000. Max drawdown 2,000 or 1,500. I'm not sure. I think you get to pick which one you want. Daily loss limit, that's the only thing that sucks, obviously. Reset fee, 153 or 125. Scaling rule doesn't apply. Micro scaling. The most important things that you want to look is funded consistency rule. So there is a funded consistency rule once you dive in there. Your best trading day may not exceed 50% of your profit in the funded per payout period. So your best day cannot be more than 50%, which is very important. Not a bad plan, just stricter rules, obviously, but I do think that rapid plan is still number one at the moment. Let's dive into the pro plan, which costs $227 a month. That's obviously a very large raise. So I'm assuming that there is bigger benefits to it. So the payout frequency is bi-weekly. So every 14 days, every 2 weeks, with a profit target of 3,000 for the evaluation. Max position is 3 contracts for a 50K account. Daily loss limit none. Max drawdown 2,000. Eval drawdown mode by the end of the day. The activation fee, you don't have an activation fee on this account. And the reset fee is the same price as the evaluation. Funded consistency rule, none. That is very important. You don't have a consistency rule in this account. And we're going to dive into, this is just for the evaluation, guys. We're going to dive into the funded rules in a second here once I press this get funded button. And the flex plan, best for traders looking to get funded, $127 a month. Payout frequency is weekly. Profit target 3,000. 5 contracts that you can do in the max position. So they're all pretty similar, except for the smallest position is on the pro plan for 3 contracts. Daily loss limit none, and most of them don't have a daily loss limit except for one, which is the builder, which is also a new plan. Again, don't really see too much consistency rules except for the builder plan. Seems like it's a new option that they're offering. But let's dive into the funded details and see what kind of options are here. Trading rules, perks and features, evaluation rules. So for the rapid plan, the first one, which is the best seller, it does seem like the most convenient option so far. Funded rules, max drawdown is 2,000. Drawdown mode is in real time. Max position is 5 contracts. Honestly, I think we already talked about that. Let's talk about the payout rules. Days to payout is 1 day. Minimum payout is $500. Profit split is 90%, and the buffer requirement is $2,100. Minimum payout is 500 and the days to payout. That's not bad. I just need to look up what is the maximum payout. MFF max payout on rapid plan. Let's take a look. The MyFundedFutures rapid plan offers a maximum cumulative payout cap of $100,000 per user across all accounts. In the sim-funded stage, traders can request daily payouts minimum of $500 after achieving to 2,100. So I don't know how much of a truth that is, that it's 100,000, but that's what it says. So I just did a little bit of research and it does seem like that's the truth, but you do have to have a buffer requirement, obviously, and the profit split is 90%. Not bad at all. Minimum payout 500. Not bad, guys. Not bad for a rapid plan. I think that's the most with the discount. That's the cheapest option for $107, I'm pretty sure. Let's dive into Pro Plan, which is the most freedom as it claims for the payout rules. Days to payout, 14 days. Minimum payout is 1,000. Profit split 80%. Buffer requirements 2,100. For this plan, I bought this plan before. The maximum payout you can get is 100,000 as well, but you can only request that every 14 days. So you can request anything below 100,000. So if you make 20,000, you can request that from a single account, which is absolutely huge, guys. No prop firm offers this. This plan is probably the best plan, and I think I'm going to buy another one probably in a few days. Sometimes I just wait for the discount codes. They fly out here and there. Not bad at all. For the builder plan, the best value. This is the new plan that they just released. The payout rules are every 48 hours, they said, so 2 days, and the minimum payout is 500, but maximum payout request amount is 2,000, and the profit split is 80% on this with the buffer requirements of 2,100. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this plan at all. It seems like the rules are a little bit tight and they're just, I don't know, not convenient for payouts at all. If I want to buy a MyFundedFutures account, I would probably go with the rapid plan or the pro plan, but it seems like the rapid plan is probably the best option here, with the pro plan just aiming for bigger payouts and scaling. Builder plan is just, it says best value, but I don't really see best value. The best value is probably for the company because they're going to make so much money, because people are not going to be able to adapt to these tight rules. I also forgot to mention for the pro plan, you can pass it in one day. You just hit this option, no consistency rule, 4,000 profit target, which is really, really good. You can pass it in one day and then start trading. Say you took a trade in the morning and then later in the night you're able to trade. But the last plan that we're going to go over is 50,000 flex plan with the payout rules. This is just like a regular account, 5 days to payout, minimum profit per day 150. Sounds pretty familiar to Topstep 50K account. Minimum payout is $250. Max payout request amount is 5,000. Not bad at all, and you can only take 50%, but the profit split sucks. It's 80%, where at Topstep it's 90% of your 50% requested payout. Not bad, not bad. I just wish they switched the 80% to 90%, but for $127, and I think with the code, I think it comes out to a little bit cheaper option that's out there. So they have 4 categories of accounts. Pretty good options, guys, from 25K to 150K. A big variety. I don't know why I do like this over Tradeify. No hate on Tradeify. Obviously, Tradeify is a great prop firm, but MyFundedFutures, I think, does take the close spot right after Topstep. I personally don't want to play favors. As you guys know, you probably watch my videos. Topstep is going to be #1 for me just because of simplicity. I don't like too many, I would say, rules, and I don't like a big variety, even though this is super easy for me to read from MyFundedFutures. It's just super simple to read, and I believe that's how prop firms should really show their plans. But again, as I mentioned, pretty big plus is that there's no activation fees. A lot of people do like MyFundedFutures. I think it does give Topstep the run for its money. But speaking of Topstep, let's dive right into Topstep. Topstep only offers 3 accounts, and that's what I really like. It shows the simplicity. It's 3 accounts, all same rules, and just trade away. There's no consistency rule on the funded accounts, nothing. And as I mentioned before, I'm a very big fan of Topstep X platform. Super easy, super smooth to use, even though they had some issues in the past. That's all been fixed. I haven't had any issues lately whatsoever. But I've also been working on my personal brokerage account on Topstep. They just did release a brokerage recently, so I've been working on that because there's no consistency rules. You don't have to wait 5 days or 3 days. You can take that money right away and deposit it into your bank account, which is super nice. But the 3 accounts that Topstep does offer, 50K, 100K, and 150K, all rules are the same except the sizes. So the profit target is 3,000 on 50K, 6,000 on 100K. 150,000 account has a 9,000 profit target, and obviously the maximum loss limits are going to be different because of the size. 2,000 on 50K, 3,000 on 100K, and 4,500 on 1,500. So there's 2 paths. There's the standard path, which is $49 a month and $99 a month and $149 a month, but there is an activation fee, $149 for the standard path. For the no activation fee, this is the flat price you pay. So you pay $95 a month, you pass, that's all you have to pay. Same thing with these prices, $229, $149 for 100K. Pretty simple, guys. I do like the no activation path. It's just when you don't pass, if you're trying to pass quick, and you go with bigger size, obviously if you don't pass the first time, you're gonna have to pay double, but that's the exact same amount you would be paying if you took a 50K account, pay $49 a month, you passed the first time, and then you have to pay the activation fee of $150. I saw the CEO of Topstep just post something on Twitter recently about the instant pay. So the payouts got faster. I think it's the same day payout now, but they're going to do instant pay where you get the payouts like right away within like 10 minutes, which is super important because you do want to get your money right away. You don't want the money to get stuck. But these are the evaluations that they have. Again, super simple. That's what I like. I love simplicity. And the platform internally, when you get it, it's super simple to use inside as well. Super easy to buy evaluations. Obviously, they don't have as big variety as MyFundedFutures, but for me, that's what works. And again, I don't want to play sides, but that's what I like to trade on. If somebody looks at this video and says, okay, MyFundedFutures, for me, it's much easier to use than Topstep, or I like the plans of MyFundedFutures, like that's okay. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying you have to go with Topstep or MyFundedFutures. You can have both, matter of fact. You can trade with them, and then you can trade with them and get a copy trader so it copies your trades across the 2 accounts. The only thing that Topstep did do is change the payout caps, and also there is 2 options after you pass an evaluation. You can either go with the standard path or consistency path. Standard path is $150 days, 5 minimum days of $150. and then you can request 50% of your balance, and the profit split is 90 to 10 after you make your $10,000 in payouts. So if you didn't make over $10,000 in payouts yet, the 90 to 10 payout split is not going to apply to you, which is pretty nice. And after you pass an evaluation, you can obviously go with the standard path that I just talked to you about, and then a consistency path where you can get a payout in 3 days. Your best day just cannot be above 40%. But the payout caps are currently as follow. So the updated ones, at least, it used to be 6,000 for consistency path every 3 days. Now it's 3,000 for 50K account. For 100K, it's going to be 4,000, and 150K have no changes to both sides. But for standard path, they used to be 5,000, which is 5 winning days of 150, and then 5K is 3,000 for standard path. Not bad. It did get a little bit tighter, but again, it's their business module. They're running a business at the end of the day. If you don't like it, you can switch to your personal brokerage account. That's what I'm currently doing. Not because I don't like the updates, but I like the freedom of being able to request money right away from my brokerage that I made, or just, having no rules, knowing that you don't have any rules and there's no pressure of making money. It's just much easier for me personally. That's how it really is. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you did get some valuable information on which account or which platform you want to go with, or you can go with both. Honestly, they're both pretty good. I like them both personally, so I'm gonna get some accounts from both, from Topstep and from MyFundedFutures. I haven't bought any accounts in a bit, so that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.